welcomes you to the Happy Puppers video, where all the pups are happy. Mama says she wants to discuss Moi and my friend's paws. Paws are very important, she says, because we run all day long. So, you all cute people need to go and listen to her. Moi has work. Moi has to dig through all the blankets now. So Moi will start Moi's digging and you will watch the video. Moi will see you in Moi's vlog. See ya. Bye bye. Moi is a busy pup star. Lots of work. See ya. Bye.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Happy Puppers. I am Shruti and today's topic of discussion will be the paw pads of your dog. I know it's something we all do not really bother about in normal conditions until we actually see some problems in the paw pads, but just like our feet, dogs' feet need care too. They mostly walk on all kinds of surfaces. They are walking all the entire day, every day, all the time. Their paw pads need a lot of care. Now, dogs generally walk on cold surfaces, hard surfaces, gravelly surfaces, they go on hikes with you, and all of these different kinds of surfaces can be really hard on their paws. Just like if we walk barefoot on the road, imagine what the situation of our foot will be by the time we come back after one round. However, our dog's foot are much more resilient than that, but still they too need some love and care. So, what is the dog paw pad? Dog's paw pads are basically made up of a fat layer which acts as an insulator. Dog's paw pads also have sweat glands, which is why they rub their paws on the ground after they've peed or pooped to leave their scent and to mark the ground that they've been there. So dogs' paw secrete pheromones, and dogs' paw have an insulative fat layer which protects their paws in case of hot weather from the heat radiating off the ground, and in case of cold weather from the icy conditions which can literally destroy their paw pads if that fat layer is not there. Also, dogs' paw pads, the fat layer acts as a shock absorber. That is why they can jump so high and land on their paws without hurting their paws a lot. Now, these are the functions which the dog's paw pads do. They provide stability, they provide balance, they act as shock absorbers, and so much more. But when you take your dog out on a walk, and especially when the weather is really hot, when the ground is literally emitting heat, or in case of severely cold conditions like icy cold, or when the ground has a lot of ice, their paw pads can really get harmed by those kinds of conditions. So in today's topic, we are going to discuss how to care for your dog's paw pads and how to keep them healthy for the longest period of time. Also, if your dog's paw pads are developing mats and they have matted fur, it can lead to infection, and if your dog has a tendency to lick his or her paw pads, that infection might even spread into the skin of your dog. So you need to be really careful and always keep checking your dog's paw pads. Now, coming to the part where how will you care for your dog's paw pads? First is checking your dog's paw pads regularly, on a literally regular basis, every 2-3 days, or best is if you can check it every day. Check your dog's paw pads every day for any kind of abrasions, cuts, wounds, anything lodged between the toes of your dog, between the fingers of your dog's paw pads, or if there is matted fur development, or if you see the fur getting bunched up, if your dog is a thick fur coat dog and has fur beneath the paws, like thick fur beneath the paws. Do this check regularly so that in case there is a development of matted fur or a cut or an infection, a bruise, you can catch it early and treat it before it becomes too much to handle. Next, you can use a DIY dog paw balm. Now, dog paw pad balm. Now, the instruction of how to make this and the ingredients which you will need for this, I have already put it in the description. I have already put it in my blog post, which is in the description section. So you can access the post from the description, and you can make this dog DIY paw balm yourself right at your home You will know all the ingredients which goes into your dog's paw because they have a tendency to lick their paw a lot. So I suggest that you go for this paw balm instead of buying. I don't really prefer buying because I prefer to know every ingredient which is going on Delta's foot. So this paw balm is going to give you good results. So trust me, and always apply the paw balm before you take your dog out for a walk. Before every walk, try and remember to apply the paw balm. That would provide an extra layer of protection under your dog's paw when he or she is walking on whichever kind of surfaces or rubbing their foot. When they rub, first thing that will come off is the paw balm, not their skin won't be in direct contact with the floor or the gravelly surface or the hiking surface wherever you are taking them. Coming to the next part, always check the surface you are going to take your dog on a walk. Suppose it's 10 o'clock in the morning, you're taking your dog out and it's snowing. If you can keep your palm on the surface where your dog will be walking, palm down for 7 seconds without any discomfort, that surface is okay for your dog to walk on. If you cannot put your palm there for 7 seconds and if it becomes too rough, starts hurting, whichever way, or if the ground is too hot for you to keep your palm side down for 7 seconds, then it's really not recommendable to take your dog out for a walk at that point of time. Also, as I mentioned, moisturize your dog's paw every night and every time before you take your dog out for a walk. And if you can get your dog to wear booties, nothing better than that. We tried this with Delta and he tore his booties up in one day. We took him out and he has this habit of really rubbing his feet after he pees, and he did that and did that and did that, and the booties were literally torn apart. So, and we haven't been able to get a sturdier pair than that so far. I tried it with I tried to make him wear them with socks, and that didn't work out well either. The booties would either slip off or they just tore further until there was literally nothing left except for the sole of the bootie. So it didn't work out well for us at all. But if you can find a sturdy pair of booties which your dog cannot take off and which does not really tear up with all the abrasions and all the roughness and the rubbing they do, go for it and get your dog used to it. Yes, initially it'll be funny and it'll be uncomfortable for them to wear, but in the long run it's so much better, especially if you take your dog on a walk every day and if the terrain is not all that dog friendly. If your dog is mostly on grass or is mostly a backyard dog where there's a lot of grass, or the trail you're taking has a lot of grass, then you don't need to worry much about their paws, because grassy surfaces generally tend to keep the paws soft and they are not all that rough on their paws. One final point, always keep your dog's foot or pad trimmed and mat free. Always check for the development of mats, as I said before, and in case you find that there is a development of mat or there is a heavy matted fur which is underneath your dog's paws, matted fur, if you try to remove it by scissors, can be really hurtful for your dog. So try not to do that on your own. Take your dog to the groomers as soon as possible. Or if you are trying at home, if there's a little bit of mat, then you can use olive oil to loosen that mat. Put up some olive oil on the mat, keep it for a while, let the mat loose, and then gently use your fingers to first loosen it up. Once you can feel that it's loose, then use a comb. Don't use a comb before, because if it's knotted, imagine pulling a comb through a knotted hair, how much it would hurt you, and paws are much more sensitive that way. So try not to do that. Take your dog to the groomers as soon as possible. Finally, before I sign out, there are two more things about dog paws which I would like you to know. The first one is smelly paws. A lot of people complain that their dog's paws smell like corn chips. If it's smelling like that, it is probably time to inspect your dog's paw carefully. It might be developing an infection. If it is, as I said, don't delay. Take your dog to the vet immediately or as soon as possible. And the last condition is hyperkeratosis. Now, if your dog's paw become crusty, rough, and they look like they have hair growing or fur growing out of their paws and their nose, then you must take your dog immediately to the vet. It could be canine hyperkeratosis. And while you're waiting to take your dog to the vet, it would be wonderful if you can keep the paws moisturized and comfortable. Keep the paws as comfortable as possible, because it is a pretty painful condition for your dog. So that is it. I think I've covered all points about dog paw care. So tell me in the comment section what you do to care for your dog's paw. And if you try this DIY dog paw balm, the link is in the blog post, which is in the description. Try it out, make it at home, and let me know how it works for your dog. So that is it for today. And finally, if you guys liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and ring the bell. So that's it for today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, stay safe, and bye.